Welcome to our code along for the Hungry Caterpillar. This is one of our mini projects, which means it's designed for beginners. And if you are someone experienced, it won't take more than 10 minutes to complete. Let's get started. First thing you need to do is to access the project page. I have it on my screen here. I can see it's just a simple one-page document. There are 6 steps involved, and the very first thing that I need to do is to open the starter project. In Code Club Australia, these starter projects already contain the backdrops or sprites that are needed to complete the task, which is why we start you off with a link. So let's learn some things about this screen for those people that are here new with us. Up here you can see that I'm currently signed into my account. That means that I have the option to remix the project. On our Scratch screen, I can see that I'm on the Hungry Caterpillar Starter project, and it is a project that has been created by Code Club Australia. I have the screen where the Scratch project will take place. And in mine, there's an opportunity to write instructions for those people coming to play my game and to give any notes or credits to the original creators of the project. Now, if I click to remix, which means it's going to make a copy of this that is now going to become my very own project, it will jump into here. But if I very quickly go back to see the project page, you can now see how these things have changed. I have acknowledged here that the original project was by Code Club Australia, so that is a note and credit that is automatically created when you remix a project. And I now have the ability to interact and edit these 2 boxes to be able to tell people about my project in particular. If I'm going to share my project with a wider audience, which is what you might do if you are part of one of our courses, you need to click the share button here to make this as a live project. Until then, it's kept as private. Let's jump back into the project so we can get stuck with creating. This is a great project to do with early years students because it's based on a storybook. It's something that they're familiar with. So instead of focusing on the actual story, they can use their working memory to focus on doing the coding parts. Obviously, we're going to code our Hungry Caterpillar to go through the fruits as they do in the book in every day of the week, going from the apple to the pears to the plums to the oranges and finally to the strawberries. And in this project, we're going to use some simple blocks. We're going to use some motion to be able to control where the caterpillar travels to. We're going to use a say block so that it can tell parts of the story. And we're going to use the show and hide looks blocks to be able to make the fruit disappear as the caterpillar eats it. Our first task is to code the actual caterpillar itself. So we make sure that we are coding the sprite, and I can see in transparency here that I am on the coding page for the caterpillar. We're going to start with the event when the green flag is clicked. Everything needs some kind of event to get it started. We refer to these as hat blocks. And we're going to set the very beginning position for our caterpillar, which is currently the position that it's in. The reason that we set this at the beginning is because people might make the project run, they click stop. When they click the green flag again, if we don't set the starting position, that caterpillar will start from wherever it is on the screen, and it means that our code won't actually flow the way we want it to. So it's really important to set that starting position. Next, we're going to grab one of the say blocks, and we're going to type in what we want the caterpillar to say. On Monday, I ate an apple. From here, we need the caterpillar to move over to the apple. So let's go back to our motion blocks, and we're going to drag across this glide block. It's going to give smooth motion to our caterpillar and slowly glide it for 1 second to the location of this apple. Now, if you're following along with the instruction sheet, you will see the X and Y coordinates that are there. But let's learn how to get that from the screen. We've got a couple of different options. We can hold and move the caterpillar sprite to where we want it to be, and then look down here and read the X and Y coordinates of the sprite in that location. Oh, I'm going to move it back. I want my caterpillar, move it. What I can also do is click on the apple sprite to see its coordinates, and then I will be able to move it. So let's get it to glide to the position of minus 160, minus 125. From here, it's going to have moved to the apple. So we want it to now talk about what it's eating on Tuesday. So I can drag these blocks across again, but I want to actually just copy these two. So I'm going to right click and click duplicate and add them on the bottom. So it's on Tuesday, I ate 2 pears. And the location for the pears, X is 20 and Y is 11. Before we go any further, this is going to be a great time to test our code out. Now, if you're reading the instruction sheets, you will see that there's already some code on these bits of fruit. So let's have a little look. The code for the apple says when it's clicked, go to this location and be on the screen, show up. When it touches the caterpillar, it's going to hide. So with the code that we've put in, we should see the apple hide. The pear has got exactly the same algorithm with a different starting location, so it should hide as well. So let's test out our project. 2 tips for testing. We can test just in this screen, or you can go to big screen and test and see it run. Monday I ate an apple, takes my apple. On Tuesday I ate 2 pears, takes 2 pears. Code has done exactly what I have expected it to, which means that I can continue coding. If it did something that I did not expect, this is my chance to debug before I make more choices. So from here, all you need to do is to duplicate those 2 blocks of code, adapt the inputs of the text that you want the caterpillar to say and the XY coordinates, and then you are complete. So I'm going to leave the coding project here for you to be able to complete the rest on your own. The Hungry Caterpillar is an example of a very basic coding project ready to get our youngest learners coding in a simple way. If you find that typing the text is too much, which is quite understandable, instead of adding in a say block, why not experiment with recording your voice? And you can do that under the sound tab. As with all of the Code Club Australia projects, I really encourage you to adapt and innovate on the project itself. We don't want everybody's project to look exactly the same. You can bring your own knowledge to it, your own personality, and to change it and create it to a finished product that you are really proud of. Can't wait to see what you make of this project. Happy coding!